Everybody, JCB here at the Awesomist, and you're watching the Awesomist Vlog. December 29, 2016 was the first of two back-to-back trips to Six Flags Magic Mountain that were pretty bad. For instance, this is Batman the Ride, or rather, this is the entrance to Gotham City Park, which is the beginning of the line queue for Batman the Ride. For anyone who's waited in this line, you know this is a huge line queue, and for it to be completely full is pretty bad. In addition to long lines, a lot of the rides are just plain closed, like Green Lantern and Drop of Doom and Apocalypse. This is a line to Goliath. It extends all the way out to the big facade that says Goliath with a huge stone penis and all that. As you know, this ride queue is gigantic, with lots of twists and turns and a big staircase and the whole ball of wax, a lot of which is usually just roped off because there isn't enough demand to fill up the entire line queue. Well, on this day, the entire thing was full of people. It was insane. The sign out front said it was a 2-hour wait, but there was no way in hell the line was that short. And if that wasn't enough to make this a less than stellar experience, the line for food was even worse. So, we just waited in line at two food places trying to get churros and trying to get roasted corn. And both times we waited through the line and got up there to be told that first of all, the churro place is out of propane. They didn't bother to put up a sign or anything, they're just going through the line, telling people one at a time, we're out of propane, we're out of propane. And then the corn place, we waited in line for like a half hour.
We're out of corn.
They're out of corn.
Instead of telling everyone they're out of corn
and closing down the stand.
And they're closing down the stand, they wait until you get up there to tell them.
And that's gonna be 30 minutes before new corn is ready, which they should just close for 30 minutes.
Yes.
So I don't think Six Flags is planning on being this busy today.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Thankfully, we weren't really there for any of that. We came for Holiday in the Park. We wanted to experience that night with all the lights and all the Christmassy music, and we weren't disappointed. Holiday in the Park is absolutely gorgeous, and if you haven't already watched my video explaining Holiday in the Park and kind of walking you through it, you can do so by clicking the annotation at the end of this video. We decided to check out the roller skating show, which is kind of like an ice skating deal, but on rollerblades. It was a lot of fun, and they did some cool things with the kids and the audience, and we really enjoyed it. At night, the entire Scream Punk district comes to life during Holiday in the Park. Just out of a sort of morbid curiosity, we decided to check out the line for Twisted Colossus, and I wasn't disappointed. Not only did it extend all the way down by Scream like it usually does on a busy Saturday, but it then looped back on itself and headed all the way back up towards Twisted Witches. I still have no idea why the park was so busy on a random Thursday. So a lot of the rides today have been closed. Drop of Doom, Green Lantern, Apocalypse, Jetstream, but right now Apocalypse just reopened, so we're actually going to get on a ride today. I didn't think we would. At the top of the mountain, Christmas was still in full swing with Christmas music and lights and decorations everywhere you look. The entrance to the New Revolution looks a lot more festive at night, with the fully lit up trees and fake snow and all the cool decorations. The park was still selling lots of Christmas themed items and souvenirs, including some Christmas ornaments and decorations. Hey look, it's Warren. Holiday in the Park is officially over now, but it was nice while it lasted, and I'm glad we got to come back to experience it at night in its full glory. Be sure to check it out next year if you get a chance, as you won't be disappointed. On January 2nd, just a few days later, we decided to give the park another try, hoping it wouldn't be so busy. This time we went with a slightly larger group, and we got there just before the park opened, but as you can see, it was already packed with people. It took us about a half hour just to get from the back of the line to the inside of the park. Once we were inside the park, we realized that a lot of the rides that were closed the other day were still closed for some reason, and a lot of the holiday in the park decorations and theming was still in place, as well as the Christmas music. After doing a quick ride on full throttle, we decided to head towards Twisted Colossus. While the line wasn't quite as long as it was a few days before, it still looped back on itself.
So this is why you don't go on Bring a Friend days. All for Twisted Colossus. So my wife went on Twisted Colossus and she didn't know she had her phone in her back pocket. And it turned out her phone fell out of her pocket. So I went up to the customer service desk and put in a claim. They told us to wait till 6 o'clock tonight. When the ride empties out, they'll do a search, see if they can find it, and bring it to will call. So we're gonna see what happens with that.
At about 4:30 in the afternoon, they made an announcement that due to the overwhelming crowds and long lines, the park's hours were being extended until 7 p.m. We decided to wait around and get on the very last train of Twisted Colossus to see if we can spot her phone. Now, of course, it was dark, but luckily our friend Kelsey had an Apple Watch, so we decided to put her phone inside of a zipper pocket on my jacket and then use her Apple Watch to call my wife's phone while we were on the ride in hopes of spotting it on the ground somewhere, as the Find My iPhone app was telling us it was right in that area. Luckily enough, on the very last part of the ride, on the very last train of the night, we were able to spot her phone while hanging upside down. Immediately after getting off the ride, we informed the ride attendants that we had spotted her phone and exactly where they could find it when they start their end of the day search for lost and found items. We then went to the will call window where we waited anxiously for some news.
It's a iPhone 6 and it's got a pink case, a Mophie case, and it's also rose gold or pink.
It took about 40 minutes after the park officially closed before the Find My iPhone app suddenly couldn't find her phone anymore, indicating it had been switched off.
I'm calling right now.
It says it's here.
Okay.
There it is.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Yay!
Is there not a case with it? It's this color and it's a Mophie case.
The best we can tell is that the Mophie case did its job. It protected the phone from the initial fall, but somehow damaged itself and popped off in the process.
Oh my god.
Well, Mophie case, definitely good.
Where's the Mophie case?
I don't know. Still happy ending though, that's good. So we got our phone back. It's in one piece, more or less. Functions, a little roughed up. Case is completely gone, which is weird, but we're happy, we're good. Everything worked out fine. And we're gonna go home. So we're gonna say goodbye to Six Flags Magic Mountain for the night. Good job, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep being awesome.
Holiday in the Park is Six Flags' retheming of Magic Mountain. Unfortunately for a large portion of the park, Holiday in the Park simply means there are Christmas wreaths and lights everywhere. Hey look, a dreidel. There are basically a few primary sections of the park that are decorated heavily, and the rest is just kind of sparingly decorated with Christmas wreaths and lights.